Hey, this is Steve Hall in Nashville, Tennessee with a garden update aboard my floating garden out here in the middle of the lake, Elm Hill Marina. And we're on a floating platform about 40 feet long, and it's got tomato plants growing in the grow bag system that I got from my brother Larry Hall up in Brainerd, Minnesota. And I always give a tip for him, telling him if you just type in YouTube Larry Hall, it'll automatically pop up rain gutter grow system. Click on it and you can learn how to do all this grow bag system. You know, I was talking to some people before on one of my earlier posts that always check down underneath your bottom branches for tomatoes. My peppers are doing just great, and I just noticed, man, I have got just a pile of peppers going here. Nice green peppers all jumping out. Got some happening over here. Doing great. And I'm looking at the nice banana peppers that are already coming out, and they're ready to pick, and the plant's not even really up yet. So I'm looking at these little baby cucumbers. See them? Aren't they sweet? But here's the deal. You always want to check under your leaves, because about the time I thought, well, them things got to get kicking there and doing pretty good, I get to looking, and here is a honker of a cucumber down here. And so I'm kind of checking around. Here's some little baby ones in here, but then I look over here. Well, I'll be darned. Here's another big cucumber already. And I look over here, and here's another big cucumber. And down in there is another cucumber. And over here is another big cucumber. Man, if you don't look underneath your leaves, they'll get away on you, those little rascals. I think that's the funnest part about gardening, is every day you come out, you see something different, because it grows so much overnight. And my look at the size of these honking blueberries on these blueberry bushes. Man, they're just right at the corner of turning blue. And so let's go take a peek out front here. Mama's rose bushes, whenever the petals all fall off the rose bushes, we always pick the little head off of the top of it where it was a bloom. And if you'll pick them off of there after the petals fall off, it won't be long and she'll have another batch of dandy blooms there. So, and for those of you that seen me drop these raspberries in here, they just don't quit. Look at we've been eating bowls of these things, and they're still putting out raspberries. Look at the new growth. Wowee, it's really growing. So once that gets done, once we say like a branch like here where we've already picked off all the the raspberries for this year, we'll prune that dry stick out of there. But over here is it looks like there isn't hardly any there. Sure enough, there's another one. There's some up here, real sweet, nice. I'm saving them for Sheila when she gets home, so she can have some of those. And this here is a chunk of that thorned raspberry that I cut them all out. They find their way into another pot or into another chunk of soil or something, and it's just annoying, but they're hanging in there. I'm gonna have to cut that one out of there. Again, for those that want to know what the raspberry is, it's Can Be Red by Monrovia. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but just go to monrovia.com. It says inside there you'll find out what plants are good for your area, and these are good for this area. They are growing like weeds. Speaking of that, look at my honking blue blackberries. And you know what I like about these blackberries, and I'll try to say it real quiet, is they turn red, bright red, before they turn black, which is dandy, because when my neighbors come down here, I've even had a couple of them say, I tried one of those berries off of there and they're so bitter, they're just no good. I'm thinking, well, duh, that's because they haven't ripened yet. So I don't tell them any different. So this side over here, because I don't know, maybe the sun gets it better, this is really getting red, and the other blackberries over here, see, they're still in the green stage. But monster amounts of them. Again, when they come over there and they see that sweet little red berry like that, they think, oh, I'll just pick that right off of there and gobble it up. And I hope they do, because then they get the bitter one, and when they turn black, we pick them before they realize what's going on. So, and for those that have been keeping an eye on Shishi, there she is. Let me see if I can zoom in on her. She's sitting on 10 more eggs over there. She's been there every day. She was up turning them this morning. She raises up, takes her bill, and turns the eggs over. And that's just a wild mallard that decides that she wanted to nest in the front of our houseboat. So everything's going great. I'm going to pick these cucumbers. I've already got a dozen little cherry tomatoes off of the little plants that I thought were yellow and not doing very good, but look at the rest of the rumble with the jungle here with tomato plants. And look at all the, I think these are Roma tomatoes. The little sticker fell off. They're kind of a long paired shape tomato. And they got tons of little baby cherry tomatoes over here, and I just had a wasp try to fly in my mouth, but it's doing great. I'm going to pick these cucumbers, take them in the house and chop them up and put them in some vinegar and sugar and stuff, let them sit in the refrigerator, and then I'm going to munch on them. So, and I know Sheila will come home, make her some sandwiches, turkey sandwiches, and pull them peppers right off there and eat them like candy. So that's the garden update from here in Nashville, Tennessee. And this goes out to my brother Larry Hall, the rain gutter grow system man himself in Brainerd, Minnesota. Hey broski, check it out. Doing good. Thanks for all the tips. Bye-bye.